Greetings, everybody. I am here to speak with you, to share with you my thoughts on karma and the process I've been going through recently. Who's not going to trust a man with a man bun and a Asian hair pick when it comes to talking about karma, right? Right? What do you think? So it's been a busy time for me. Unfortunately, I got to slow down and do a 3.5-day silent coconut cleanse retreat. We were just drinking coconut water, and it was a really welcomed spaciousness amongst all the busyness this year. And going into it, I was going down there with my friend Grant, and on the way we were talking about this popular topic, karma. And I was sharing with him about a past lover of mine, and I sort of caught myself because I was starting to project and say this person was this or that. I was in the moment referring to this past lover, but it very well could be anyone that I am in relationship right now, not just a lover, but you, whoever watches this, the woman at the pulperia down the street from me here, anyone I am in relationship to, in how I relate to the world, this applies to. And I was sharing with him, we were both sharing that what karma is. And I just want to first offer what my definition, how I relate to, or that how I understand the definition of karma. Let's say it is just purely cause and effect. It's not wrapped up in some negative consequence. It's cause and effect. The best definition that I heard for it, I think it's that dude, can't see, Ramana Maharshi. He said it's like if you pick up a stick, I think it's from him, I don't know who I got this from. If you pick up a stick, you pick up the other end of a stick. So, if I pick up this glass, it's not as long as a stick, but the same thing goes. If I pick up this side of the glass, I'm picking up this side of the glass. Cause and effect. That's simple. And so with that definition, anyone in my life, anyone that I'm in relationship with, my past lovers, my current lovers, Zlatka, anyone, they're reflecting to me, and especially, equally, but especially when it's something I'm triggered by or something that's challenging or difficult, it's really easy for me to say, that's them, that's what they're doing, etc., etc. But how I see and relate to the world is that these are parts of God or myself reminding me in a way where I'm not actually free, or where I'm buying into the misbelief that I am caught up. And I certainly feel caught up in those moments when I'm in relationship with someone and it becomes triggering or challenging, or I start reacting. I almost, unfortunately, some of the time, immediately go into, it's them, it's their, they're doing this, they're doing that, versus relating to them in a way where I'm curiously open to the possibility that this is Shiva in disguise, this is the Christ, the Buddha, reminding me, whether this doesn't have to do with them knowing it or not, them knowing that what I'm saying or not. And I shared with Grant, I said, the funny thing that I'll do then is then I think, oh, well, if only that person that is triggering me or that I'm feeling agitation when I'm in relationships with them. If only they knew this. If only they knew that I'm here to remind them and I'm part of it. It's not about that. For me, it's not about that. For me, it's just about knowing in my heart that I see you. I'm not going to fall for this again, or I'm going to fall for it less. Oh my god, look, hummingbird. See the hummingbird? What? Okay, that was good karma right there. That's an example of good karma. Karma. Whatever that was. We just got some hummingbird blessing in this video. I hope the camera was focused on it. Okay. I don't have paid advertising, so my commercial breaks are hummingbirds in my yard. It's a pretty good deal, right? Divine dividends for that. So where were we? Karma. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not about them understanding that or me teaching anyone this. Funny, I'm making a video about it. By the way, if it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, don't be fooled by the appearance. I don't really know. These are some ideas that have helped orient me to be more lighthearted, peaceful, joyful in my relationships. So I'm sharing it with you. So I think that just about does it for karma. I'm about to be entering into second one. When I made that post recently about life being like a prayer and a play, I'm tonight facilitating a mushroom journey here at our house. So I'm very grateful and looking forward to be sharing in that way. Yes, that's right. One more thing. So last night I was watching a movie with Zlatka and our friend Nigel called Prince Kawasaki, Prince of Kawasaki Dirt Bikes. I don't remember what the exact name of the film is, but it's the director that did Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. Beautiful, incredible film. And there's a part in the film, I'm going to tie this into karma, that talks about, or not that talks about, there's a demon in the movie, and the demon runs through the town, eats some people, and then it ends up getting killed by this prince, the main character. And this old woman goes up to the demon's dead body as it's dying, and she says, "O nameless god of rage and hatred, I bow before you." Whoa. That, to me, "O nameless god of rage and hatred, I bow before you," it speaks to difficult, challenging relationships. Also, it speaks to the difficult and challenging relationship that we sometimes have with our own self, with a part of myself that feels suppressed or angry or unworthy or inadequate or sad. A part of me that hasn't gotten the chance to speak. And what a way to relate. Some people call it parts work, but internal family systems calls it parts work, something like that. But it's just giving space to these parts of ourselves that maybe otherwise have not gotten a chance to be heard and seen and respected and honored by us. Doesn't mean we're worshiping the demon. I bow before you. It doesn't mean I worship you as the one and only almighty. No, I think it's an aspect of ourself that has been repressed, suppressed, something we're trying to escape from. We could go up to that with our presence, whether that is another person that we're in relationship with, or whether it's a part of ourself that we've repressed or not looked at. And this is what I want to end with isn't just with the difficult stuff. I'm talking about karma and challenging, triggering things, but also, to me, every person in my life is God, Shiva, Buddha, Jesus, whatever, the one and only, looking back at me. It is here in this grand play, dare I say, a Leela. It's there to remind me of who I am and what I am. Whether the exterior is pissing me off and I'm upset by it, or I'm very happy and pleased by it. It's a mirror to help me polish my mirror and see myself clearly, my capital S self clearly. I'll end with this. At the beginning of this retreat, I was reminded in one of our fire ceremonies that I have done this actually, I can create a magnificent life on the outside. Just perfect, awesome, beautiful, always room for improvement, but I could just create an incredible exterior environment and I could still be miserable on the inside. That was being clear. I needed that reminder. That was one of the first things that came through during this 3.5 day immersion that we went on. And I was reminded, I felt so much gratitude. I also felt a little foolish and in awe for the times when I had mistakenly bought into making the exterior more and more perfect, thinking that somehow that is going to make me feel better inside. And what I was reminded of is, no matter how perfect I make the quote-unquote outside world, for me, it doesn't matter if I don't know who and what I am. If I'm not curious and exploring the mystery of what I am, and knowing that, I can really be building sandcastles made out of, well, sand. I think anything maybe is impermanent in that way, but the point that came to me was, when I do know myself, when I am in touch with my true nature, then that true nature is reflected in my outside world. And in my outside world, all I see is myself. And I don't mean my lowercase s self, Christopher. I mean, I do mean that in the sense that I mean the essence of Christopher, the spirit, the soul, the animating life force within me. That is what I see inside everybody else. The capital S self, their essence, God in disguise. All right. That's all I got for now. That's Karma, Prince Kawasaki, and a little bit of my retreat experience. So thank you for tuning in. Peace, love, gains, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, interpersonally, goofily, sillily, is that a word? To you, now and forever. For those that know, although this video feels like it's coming to an ending, I promise, this is just